Apple's AirPods and AirPods Pro continue to inspire many companies across the entire globe to create something as captivating, which is a great thing because it incites more competition, but I would argue that when it comes to audio, besides Google, there hasn't been a competitor that is more diligent about this than Razer has been. And right here, I actually have the Razer Hammerhead True Wireless Pro. Are they better than AirPods Pro, or at least great by themselves? Let's go ahead and dive right in. Before we continue, I just want to remind you that we have a Twitch channel where we stream every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. and to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, so why not go ahead and drop a follow? And also don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and also make sure to check out the merch store. There's plenty of black and white sweetness to choose from up there, so go ahead and check that out. And then make sure to take a look at the podcast as well, as the podcast always goes live every Wednesday and Sunday. And with that said, enough rambling, let us get straight into the video. Begin with an unboxing. Just go ahead and remove the plastic wrapping from the box and then lift up the lid. Remove the entire case from the middle and then just take off the plastic around it, then remove the foam from around the earbuds, and then check out the box with the USB-C charging cable, a bunch of different tips, etc. It is going to be a nice little unboxing, though I did gloss over it very quickly. The exterior design is going to consist of plastic, but this is the improvement I wanted to see from the original Hammerhead True Wireless pair. That case was absolutely horrendous, awful, and this one is way better. These earbuds also feel more sturdy and have more responsive gesture controls on the touchpad, which has certainly been improved. The case itself is a massive improvement, just as I mentioned. Now they do look like AirPods Pros in a lot of ways, and the case is one of them in particular, but we do get USB-C for charging and a Razer engraving logo on the top. But we get this matte texture and heftier feel to the case too. It feels like a much more premium case now. Well worth the price hike in my opinion, but obviously not just this by itself. Overall, I do like this design on these quite a lot, and I was hoping for something kind of similar to this that was better suited for Android devices, since I'm mostly an Android user. However, one thing that is very important to the design of any pair of earbuds is the shape and comfort. These come with a bunch of ear tips to suit your needs, but the standard ones that came pre-installed got the job done for me just fine. They feel really nice and stay on, which is, awesome. Can't really complain about that. I can run with these, walk with these, jump with these, and have no issues with them falling off. Another great thing about these is that they're very lightweight, so they just sit nicely in my ears and don't really bother me at all for the hours on end that I end up wearing them for. Now, these are going to have a lot of features built in. You've actually got water resistance, that same low latency mode for gaming from before, if you do want that, ambient noise, which they actually call quick attention mode here, and active noise canceling, which is probably the biggest thing here. But you also got an auto pause feature that actually works properly when you take one earbud off. Also, gestures are fully managed through the touch surface on these. Tap once to play and pause, answer and hang up phone calls. Tap twice to skip tracks, 3 times to turn on the low latency mode, and there are a couple more gestures here and there as well, such as, the ones that you need for triggering active noise canceling and so on. Now, the one thing that they're really missing here are volume controls, which is a shame, just like last time, since I was also missing from the original Hammerhead True Wireless pair. But what about the sound quality? Do these sound better than the original Hammerhead True Wireless? Well, I praise the True Wireless earbuds for sounding as good as they did while being so comfortable for just around $100. It was definitely a purchase that I was very happy with. These do sound better with more bass, but decent audio separation as well, certainly better than what we got before, though the AirPods Pro do a better job when it comes to audio separation. So these are better for listening to music than the previous pair for sure. This is not a balanced pair though, to keep that in mind, and it does favor bass heavy genres, but not that much either. They sound great to me regardless of what I'm listening to a casual degree of course, and yes, to those who do care, I'm actually including black metal, country, pop, hip-hop, EDM, and even your favorite anime openings. I did a lot of testing with these, to put it mildly. Now, I don't have any complaints whatsoever actually about the sound quality, since I can enjoy all genres of music with these just fine. But noise cancelling is very impressive here, and honestly, I like it that much that I really don't care as much about the overall sound quality, which is a strange thing for me to say. Noise cancelling will make itself clear when it's active, because when you turn it on, you will briefly get that airy feeling on your ears and they'll kind of just fill up for like 2 seconds. So you do eventually get used to it, and then you just start to forget about it. Everything around you will get muffled out, and music even sounds more focused. It's much more immersive to listen to music when noise cancelling is on, and it's not disruptive at all. It's so good here that I always keep it on regardless of the situation, which usually nets me at around 3 hours of battery life as a result, which we're gonna get into a little bit later. So honestly, for that, just tap on my shoulder if you need anything from me, because trust me, I'm probably not listening. And now it won't be blocking out the sounds of loud New York City trains, but it will block out all white noise from outside, including wind noise and passerbys talking to one another. Also, if you have like your PC fans ramping underneath your desk, it's going to block that out completely. I do not hear my PC at all when I have these on. This is great, and I really like noise cancelling on these earbuds. This was done exceptionally well here, which I did not expect from Razer, to be completely honest. Quick attention mode works well too, but to me it's nothing all that special. Ambient noise is fine, lets me interact with others just fine, so I have no complaints or not a lot of compliments for it either. Now let's go ahead and talk about the battery life. Razer does tout around 20 hours of listening, which is rather low for earbuds like these, and this is in total, like the maximum amount of time that you will be getting. That means that you'll be charging the case more often than you might expect, and the earbuds for that matter. You get about 4 hours of listening with everything turned off, like noise cancelling, for instance, turned off, low latency mode turned off, and that kind of thing, which means battery life really wasn't improved much with this pair, which is strange, considering the fact that these got a much bigger case than before, which I do welcome, but still I would have expected a much bigger boost in the battery life. So battery life is really just serviceable here more than anything, but it is disappointing nonetheless, especially at this price. And as you may have guessed, my biggest complaint about these earbuds is the fact that battery life is subpar for the money and doesn't compete too well in that department with the AirPods Pro. There are also no volume controls on the touchpad, and even more weird, the case doesn't actually feature wireless charging at all, which I really expected, considering that they look so much like the AirPods Pro. This was a missed opportunity here if you ask me, considering that this case should definitely be capable of supporting that. So in conclusion, I'm really glad that Razer made this pair. It's fantastic. It's not perfect, but it is fantastic. It's really nice in terms of aesthetics, they're super comfortable, the case is way better than before, they sound great, they have great noise cancelling features and touch gestures. They still have work to do in other fronts, like which gestures they prioritize, and battery life for instance, but this is a pair that I can honestly strongly recommend. If the battery life doesn't really bother you so much, I think everything else is pretty easy to ignore, quite frankly, even for me. So yeah, I really like these and I think that you will too. Strongly recommend it. And if you're interested in purchasing these earbuds, then I'll be making sure to leave affiliate links down to Amazon in the description, and also there are going to be links to Luster. Luster is going to be a very special service that is going to allow you to actually find sales. It's just going to make it a lot easier for you to find discounts across the web, as it's going to do that kind of web scouring for you, which I think is really cool, and it's going to organize a list for you to show you what the best prices are, or maybe if anybody is picking any other pair of earbuds over these, it's also going to show you that as kind of like a hierarchy list. So I strongly recommend that you get that too. It'll be super helpful. But if you have made up and decided that you do want these, then there is also going to be ABUNDA. I'm going to be leaving an ABUNDA link down in the description. But essentially what it is just going to be a much easier way of financing these in case you don't want to pay for them outright. They are $200 after all. So if you would rather just finance these super easily without the need of a credit card or anything like that, then that's going to be the way to go, especially if you would rather take your wallet a little more easily as you go. So links to that are going to be down in the description. Use any of my links, you'll be helping out the channel quite a lot. So yeah, I'd appreciate that. Also, do make sure to subscribe to get in touch with the Tech Summit podcast. We do go live twice a week now, so hey, do make sure to stop by for that. We do a lot of tech news. There's also the Tech Summit Discord. Links to that down below. We do love to talk over there too. But if you would rather ask me any questions live, then I do stream on Twitch. Links to that down below. I stream every Friday and Saturday from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern time. Though you're also going to find my Instagram and my Twitter if you're into that as well. But with that said, this has been Francisco from Tech Summit. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you all later. Enjoy.